What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel, your one-stop shop for all things Barcelona. We have some breaking news surrounding a couple key players. In particularly, we have Luis Díaz, Nico Williams, Rafael Leão, and then one other player apparently offered themselves to Barcelona, so we're going to break that down as well. What I want to cover in this video is first and foremost is give you guys the breaking news from the inside, what Barcelona has just stated about these players. So I want to inform you guys what was just said, give my opinions because there was a huge transfer that just happened that I think could affect this transfer. So I want to give my thoughts on this as well. After I do this, I'm going to cover this other player that apparently offered themselves to Barcelona. I definitely have my thoughts and opinions on that as well. So if you guys are interested in hearing about that, stick around to the end. It's a really interesting transfer rumor. But before we totally jump in, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you guys are not new, welcome back. If you guys end up enjoying the video, feel free to drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm on the road to 20K subscribers, so any support that I can get, I really appreciate. So if you want to be a part of the Barcelona community, feel free to drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. Now let's jump in and discuss everything surrounding these few players. So let's just jump in and talk about what was stated from inside Barcelona from Laporta and Deco. So it looks like Nico is 100% off the table. It looks like Barcelona is all in on Luis Díaz. If they can make it happen, that's who their target is. It's just so unbelievably frustrating that the most expensive player out of him, Leão, Nico, Ademola Lookman, and Rashford, and you're going to go for the oldest and the most expensive player. In what world does that make sense? If Luis Díaz was 50 million, let's do it. If he scored 30 goals a season, let's do it. And the thing that I do feel bad about, I think most of us Barca fans, we welcome everybody into the club. Luis Díaz works extremely hard, and I think under the Flick system, he would do really well. Problem is, so does Rafinha, and Rafinha scored a lot more goals this past season, had a better season. Why change that? If it's Leão or Nico, then cool. If it's Lookman, Rashford, great. Especially if it's Rashford, you can use him as like a utility player on the right, left, even as a striker, and he doesn't need to start. This is a very concerning thing. Now, what I find interesting, though, is apparently Florian Wirtz to Liverpool is on. Apparently, we got the here we go 150 million plus add-ons for Florian Wirtz to Liverpool. That's an astronomical number. I think that number is incredibly inflated. Wirtz is talented, but telling me he's worth 150 million, I'm going to say absolutely not. Diaz is trying to force his move to Barcelona. From what I heard, Liverpool don't necessarily want Luis Díaz to leave, but now that they signed Florian Wirtz, I wonder if this would lower the price for Diaz for Barcelona, because now where is Diaz and Wirtz going to play? Are they going to rotate on the left? Is Wirtz going to play cam? Like, what's that going to look like inside of Liverpool? But then if you look at it at the same time, if Liverpool splashed and spent 150 million plus on Florian Wirtz, they're going to try and get as much as they can out of Luis Díaz. So I almost feel like at this point, he won't go anything less than like 75, 70 at the minimum. I don't like what I'm hearing right now. Again, nothing wrong with Luis Díaz. If Barcelona could afford it, again, it's one of those situations where I don't think it hurts the club. I just don't think it's that advantageous. At that point, you might as well just sign Marcus Rashford or Lookman for the cheapest price and move on. But why they still aren't considering Nico to an extent is beyond me, and I will not understand. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Are you on board with bringing Luis Díaz if Barcelona can afford it? And what do you think the main reasons for not wanting to pursue Nico Williams and Rafael Leão are? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, last but not least, I want to cover about a certain individual who apparently offered himself to Barcelona. And that player is Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is one of my favorite players. Definitely one of the best cams of this generation. One of the best cams of all time, if we're being completely honest. An extraordinary career playing at Manchester City. Unfortunately, the last few years, he's kind of dealt with a little bit of injuries off and on. And now that his contract has ended at Manchester City, it seemed like the move was Napoli. That's what I kept hearing, and I still think it might happen. But I just came across this piece of news that stated he offered himself to Barcelona. Now, Flick was obviously acknowledged the type of player that De Bruyne is, but basically said with the project and what they're building, they're looking for someone that they can have for at least 3 to 4 seasons. Obviously, Kevin De Bruyne, 33 years old, probably not going to be around for 3 or 4 more years. Maybe he could playing in Spain because it's a lot less physical than the Premier League, but it doesn't look like Kevin De Bruyne to Barcelona will come to fruition. Now, real quick, I think that would actually be a very interesting signing for a couple reasons. I love De Bruyne, so depending on what his salary could look like, if you could sign KDB on a free transfer, if you can afford it, then why not? because, again, it's extra squad depth. And with Dani Olmo and his inconsistencies and injury prone, you can use him. You can also use Firmine. But at the same time, you don't want to sign another player that's kind of injury prone as well. So dealing with Dani Olmo and De Bruyne could get very, very frustrating. But if there weren't any injury concerns with Kevin De Bruyne, I would absolutely love to go in and sign him on a free transfer. He's an absolutely fantastic player. As much as I want to say he would fit the Barcelona style, he definitely would. In terms of the flick system now, with the high press and the constant counterattack, I don't know how he would be able to physically and with his stamina handle this. Again, if it was something where if he didn't play every single match or he didn't start every match and it was kind of giving him some rest off and on and he was cool with that, I think you can consider that. But ultimately, it's probably not the best move as much as I'd love to have him at the club. And it doesn't look like Flick sees him in the long-term plans either. So I guess it doesn't really matter. So those are the major pieces of news that just broke that I wanted to share with you guys. So as always, what are your thoughts about Barca all in on Luis Díaz? And as much as most of us don't want to see this, I think there could be some good to it. I'm not going to be completely negative. I think Luis Díaz will fit the system well. I just don't understand why with the price tag and the age. It doesn't make sense. But let me know your thoughts on the topic down below. Let me know if you guys think Kevin De Bruyne would have fit in Barcelona. And then if you guys end up enjoying the video, again, feel free to drop a like or subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys back here next time. Peace.